I definitely have a top 10. But before I get to my top 10, based off the 25 that I've already rated, based off of Rate That Fighter, and I'll explain here in a second what Rate That Fighter is and how I rate things. I'll quickly go over the bottom 15 that I've already rated. I think that's fair. I think that's fair, so you can kind of understand what I'm doing here. And so you guys are like, no, you just pulling it out your butt. No, I'm not pulling it out my butt. No, I'm pulling it from somewhere. But you know, so my bottom, the bottom 15 before we get to a top 10 that I've already rated. All right. So we have the original Street Fighter with the F, Battle Arena 2 Shinden with the F, Dive Kick, Mortal Kombat, the first one, Fatal Fury Special, Eternal Champions, Sonic Fighters, SNK Heroines, MK9, Virtual Fighter 2, Power Rangers, King of Fighters 94, King of Fighters 95, Mortal Kombat 2, and World Heroes Perfect. That's 11 through 25 right there. 11 through 25. And I'm going to go through 10 to 1 here in a second. But before I get to those ones here in a second, let me see here. Let me see what I got. So you guys can understand how and why I rate the things the way I rate them. Whoa. Where I can't find my list. Hold on. Wait a minute. My list has to be here somewhere. Oh, there we go. It's right here. Oh, no, sir. No, sir. Based off of this, the way I rate these, you'd be like, oh, okay. My bad, CJ. I apologize. Please forgive me. And I might do this monthly, depending on if there is new placement, or maybe every quarter, once every 3 months. I might come back and express this top 10 again. But let's take a look at this, guys, on how I actually do the rating scheme here. Let's take King of Fighters 97, for example. I rate it based off of an intro, a character select screen, character viability, character design, the game mechanics, game design, character customization, music, the outro or game endings, replay value, and overall look and feel. I smash all that together as one. Then you get some extra credit and you get some bonus points depending on what's going on with the game. When it was released, was it good for its time? Was there online efforts going on with this particular game? Yes or no? And then it tallies all up and you get the grade right here. You get the grade right here. So that's how I do that. So now, let's take a look at my top 10 so far based off of the 25 games that I've already rated. I think I rated a few more. I just haven't updated the rating scheme. I haven't updated the rating scheme. Like added the new ratings to the list that's already there. Okay. So now let's see where we're starting off with. Number 10. We have Skullgirls Encore. And you can go right there into Discord and see this rating. These ratings here. Skullgirls Encore, I gave this game it got an 83.72. That's a B-. It's not a bad game. It's actually a really good game. I enjoy it. But it's just not a material, you know. And I don't think a game I've rated so far is hit S class. It just hasn't. It hasn't been a game that is an S class game. But Skullgirls, it's a B. It's a B-. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. The next one that I have here that I've rated, let's see. How come it's not doing what I wanted to? Oh, there it is. Sorry. Dark Stalkers Resurrection. Dark Stalkers Resurrection. It got an 84.65. And you know what? It actually, this one was really good too. It's just because it was on PlayStation Now and how it was released. Reason why it got such a low grade. But it probably, if they made a new Dark Stalkers, I'm pretty sure it would get a higher rating. But you know, it's one of those is what it is type deals right now. And I'm sticking with it. The next one has the exact same grade, which is Virtua Fighter 5. This is the one that's on PlayStation. It's the Virtua Fighter Final Fight. I think that's the one. The last version of Virtua Fighter 5 that they've released. Yeah, so that's not bad. It's not bad at all. I think they could have done way better with it, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. The next one, and this is why I'm like, TBG, stop it. TBG, stop. King of Fighters 97. That one was solid. And it had an 85. It just got a regular B. No minus, no plus. It's a B. It's a good game. It's a really good game. I think that's when King of Fighters started really having a groove there. It's like, oh, this is King of Fighters. Oh, this is what I intend on expecting out of King of Fighters more regularly when I play this game. This isn't Fatal Fury. This isn't the Art of Fighting. This is the King of Fighters. There's no comparison. So yeah, I think yeah, I like that positioning. And then at number 6, we have Street Fighter Zero or Street Fighter Alpha. Now here goes a little caveat to some of the things that are here. Street Fighter Alpha is the only one that I'm gonna give a buy to for having multiple games. And what do I mean by that? Street Fighter 2 has Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2, you know, Mega Man Challenge. They got all sorts of different Street Fighter 2s. I'm being a little funny there. But Mega Ultimate Superpowers that be Street Fighter, you know? So I lumped Street Fighter 2 as one Street Fighter, saying whichever one was the definitive Street Fighter, that's the one that I'm going to go with the exception of the HD Remix in Ultra, because really it's a different game. But Street Fighter Zero and Street Fighter Alpha series, they literally broke it up. Here goes Alpha. All right, here goes Alpha 2, and here goes Alpha 3. The mechanics were similar, but they were different enough to be like, yo, this is actually a different game. So with that, Street Fighter Alpha, it's rated separately and by itself, and that got an 85.12. Hey, some of these games are just outdoing other ones just by a couple decimal points. The next one, I'm pretty sure people are going to be upset with me on this one based off of what I've already rated. And you're like, no, there's no way that this game was rated before this. And I was surprised too. But the numbers don't lie. When you have no bias and you go strictly off the chart that I've recently just shown you guys, you'd be like, oh, okay, I can see that. I just like the game, and it's my favorite game for whatever reason. So here's the next one. Killer Instincts. The original Killer Instincts, I would say, is just a little bit better than Street Fighter Alpha. It had Killer Instincts. It got an 85.58. That's a B. That's a solid B. You can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that at all. Right now, where we're at number 4. The next one, Samurai Showdown. Samurai Showdown was very well put together, considering it was the first of its kind of that style of game. It was excellent. It was an excellent game. That one got a B plus at 88.37. Right there in the number 3 slot, what I have, and kind of to my point, what I was saying earlier, number 3 shots, the number 3 slot, man, tongue-tied. I have Street Fighter 2. Now, Street Fighter 2, it says the new challengers, I know, but whatever the heck, whatever I rated for the definitive version of Street Fighter, right? Not Street Fighter HD remix. The whatever Street Fighter that was. I'm not reading what I actually have right here. I don't feel like going back right now. It's not the new challenge, but the definitive, the last version of Street Fighter that they created. That was a good Street Fighter. It was a great Street Fighter. It's that people still play to this day in tournaments and all sorts of different things. And it's a good Street Fighter. That Street Fighter got a 92.56. 92.56 is an A minus. The Street Fighter 2 has a lot of flaws, and people love them. There's glitches and all sorts of stuff that's in there, but I mean, it's what made fighting games the fighting games. Period. You know, the combo system comes out of Street Fighter 2. You know, the different wacky characters that are there comes out of Street Fighter 2. And really, can you be mad at that? I think not. I really don't think so. The next one that we have here, number two, I'm pretty sure you guys are like, what could be better than Street Fighter 2? I'll tell you. Killer Instincts 2. Killer Instincts 2 was amazing when it released. It took out all the wackiness from the original Killer Instincts, like the weird fatalities. Like, they were doing too much. They smashed Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat together. Boom, they barely missed the mark. Just here goes the mark. Here they are touching. The marks are getting ready to touch, and they go, oh, they miss each other. So, but Killer Instincts 2, they got it right. I mean, from the sound effects to the music to the characters to the bosses to the difficulty, they got a lot of stuff right. So Killer Instincts 2 got a 94.88. And who could be mad at that? Nobody could be mad at that. And then my number one right now, out of the 25 fighting games that I've rated so far, let's see, let's get a drum roll. Let's get a drum roll, please. Look, where? Tekken 3. Tekken 3. It's an amazing game. It's really, really dope. This is the grandfather of 3D games. You know, like as in like this is the standard. Tekken 3 created the standard for 3D modeled games. Even though it was it took some pages out of Virtua Fighter. If you go back and look at the intro for Virtua Fighter and Tekken 3, put them side by side. Put them side by side. Guess what? They look identical. Some of the characters even are very much the same. A lot of the characters are very much the same. But Tekken 3, they just did it better. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's just better than all the other 3D games that were released at that time, and saying, hey, this is the definitive game of that era that everybody goes back and talks about and talks to. But hey, what do you guys think? Please leave your comments in the chat. Leave your comments below if you're on YouTube. And let me know how you feel about, your top 10. I'm going to do another top 10 probably in another 3 months once I fit doing some more ratings and see if there's some new games that end up being in the rankings here. But you guys let me know how you guys feel. Yo, thanks for watching my video. I really appreciate that. Make sure you check me on Twitch, MD SOUL, MD Soul, right there on Twitch. And also make sure you follow me on my social media platforms. I'll see you next time. Peace.